congratulations to the Golden State Warriors, your 2022 NBA champions. Steph Curry finally gets a Finals MVP, and you could tell it meant a lot to him. Just how emotional he was getting, and it meant a lot to him. And it's great because honestly, he should have got that one that Iguodala got, but whatever. At least he has one now. I think it's undisputed. He's in the top 10 all time. When it comes to point guards all time, he's easily top 2. Doesn't matter. Whatever you have for a night, it doesn't matter now. He's easily top 2. You give him another year or two, and it's not even he has to win the championship. Just another year of excellent play. An all NBA team here or there, and he'll be the best point guard of all time over Magic Johnson. So there you have it. Top 10 all time, top 2 point guard all time. But by the end of his career, he's easily going to be the best point guard of all time, man. And you're not going to be, well, he's not a pure point guard. Whoop de whoop whoop. I don't really give a shit. He's easily top 2 point guard of all time. So, there you have it. When it comes to tonight's game, man, Celtics had 22 turnovers. It's probably more like 18 to 19 or 20. We'll just go with 19. We'll say it was 19 before the garbage time guys got subbed in. But it was that magic number again, Over 16 turnovers, they lost the game. Jason Tatum was pretty awful tonight too. He was 6 for 18 with like 13 points. I know he had some rebounds and assists, but you need Jason Tatum to come with more points, with more production offensively. In the finals, a do-or-die game. You thought he would be able to do it based off what they did in Game 6 and 7 versus Milwaukee, and especially the closeout game. We had like 46 points in Milwaukee, but that just wasn't him tonight. Now it's gonna get really nasty on Twitter. It's gonna get. I'm already seeing this stuff. And if you're a Celtics fan, you're a Jason Tatum fan, I think it would be best, stay off Twitter for a few days. Not even a few days. Just give yourself a day, man. Don't look at any of the basketball content related to your team, because it's gonna get real ugly. It's gonna get real ugly, because you lost in the finals. It gets ugly for when teams lose in the playoffs, so they don't make the playoffs. But you lost in the finals, your best player played awful, it's going to get real nasty. I'd recommend taking a break from basketball Twitter if I were you. But there we have it, man. What can the Celtics do? Honestly, they would just need Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to be better when it comes to their turnovers. Because you could say, well, they need a true point guard, a Ricky Rubio, a Malcolm Brogdon type. And those guys will definitely help and make your team better. But your best players gonna have the ball in their hands, and they're just too sloppy with the ball. Then there's really not much you can do. Like, if your best players turn the ball over the most, you're not gonna win most of these games. And it's really that simple. So they can get a new point guard if they want to. They can get a true point guard, that they think will be better than Marcus Smart, or that can, be more productive for them than Marcus Smart. But it's not going to really matter, because your best players have the ball in their hands the most. If they turn over the ball the most, you're more likely going to lose that game, because turnovers are killer. When it comes to the way both teams shot tonight, yeah, they were pretty even when it comes to like general field goal percentage. Like, I know the Warriors edged them out a bit in all of those, but it wasn't by much. Like, both teams almost shot 40% from 3. Golden State shot a lot more threes than Boston, but they both shot at a good percentage. Both only had like 12 to 8 free throws. Golden State had 8 free throws. Boston had 12. Boston made 11 of those 12 free throws. Golden State made all 8. But it's really just the turnovers, man. And that big run they had, after they got punched in the mouth, to start the game. That 21-0 run, man, that was killer, man. That's a killer run, and I hate to see it happen. Actually, not to Boston, but you hate to see that happen, man. A big run like that in the finals. Yeah, it doesn't bode well for your team when that happens. When it comes to, the other players, your secondary players, some of your role players and whatnot, most of them played good. Well, the ones on Boston played awful. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, they're plus minus in the dumps. Like, it was awful in a short amount of time, too. Golden State's role players showed up. Gary Payton II, great defense. Andrew Wiggins, phenomenal defense. Jordan Poole with some production. Klay Thompson wasn't the best tonight. Doesn't really matter though. Draymond was 12-8 and like 10, I believe. Almost had a triple-double. So he also made a couple of threes, which, I mean, that's a dagger for your team basically. It's like Golden State's like 19-1 when Draymond makes a 3. But they all played pretty good tonight for the role players on Golden State. Steph Curry had a phenomenal game, 34 points, 12 from 21. I'm pretty sure he almost was 50-40-90 this series. Pretty sure his general field goal percentage was 48. His 3-point 43 or 44. His free throw was like 85, 86. So great series from him. Only had one bad game, and that was in Game 5. But they survived Game 5, came back in Game 6, played great, got his Finals MVP. And you can say they officially cemented themselves as a dynasty. Now, being that they already had 3 championships in the last KD ring, you can say they're a dynasty. But I know there's some sour feelings about KD and his stint on the Warriors. After losing KD in free agency, being devastated by injuries for a couple of years when it came to Klay Thompson, when it came to Steph Curry, even Draymond being injured. They're back on top as the best team in the league. Easily a top 3 seed next year. Only team I can see honestly being better than them when it comes to record-wise will be Phoenix. But do I think they'll be a better team in the playoffs? No. And with the conclusion of the 75th NBA season, the Warriors crowned champion. Steph Curry gets his first Finals MVP. Top 10 player all time. Easily a top 2 point guard of all time. And that can only grow because they got a chance to win it next year. I would hope not. They win it next year, but they got a good chance to win it next year. The field seems wide open. And this was a great NBA season, even though the Lakers are pretty ass. Well, with that out the way, I will catch y'all next season, actually in the off season. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe. I'm out.